So it's Monday morning. I am back from vacation. I had a funky good time. I will say I was tired and I need to get caught up on some things. I need to do some recording. My hair looks crazy as heck. I need to do some recordings. I just taught class this morning. I had core balance class at the country club. I'm going to go to my mom's house, but first I'm getting me some matcha and a croissant because I'm hungry. We did not have any meal prep meals left. Then I'm going to do where I run to the bank, run and do some stuff at my mom's while I edit while she's gone, put up some stuff for my YouTube channel, and then I need to figure out what I'm doing this week. I've had a lot of places to ask me if I wanted to come and sub. As of right now, I'm not sure if I want to do that. So I just picked up my breakfast. Let me tell you about Chicago. So I don't know if I said or told you the backstory in my last video, but my husband is actually from Chicago. He was born and raised, but he moved to Minnesota when he was 16. And then we met all these years later. Long story short, I've been to Chicago a few times with him over the course of 11 years. So we've been a many of times, but majority of the time we went for maybe birthday parties or funerals or weddings. A lot of it wasn't where I fully got to experience the city. Growing up in Minnesota, all I heard was a lot of bad things about Chicago, I'm going to be honest. So I was a little bit prejudiced towards the state because I just heard all bad things about it. So my friend who I planned this trip with, we went to the concert, we went and did a spa. She told me that she was going to make me like Chicago. And from the beginning, I'm like, okay, we'll see. I've been there, ain't really liked it. But we experienced some different things this time. I actually went downtown. I was in a nice hotel. I experienced the hotel was like EMC2 or something like that. So I experienced a different side of Chicago when I was there. I will say this time around, I had a really good time. They don't party. I haven't partied anywhere like I partied in Chicago on Thursday at that concert, right? We went to the Boys for Life tour or something like that with B2K and Pretty Ricky and all of them. It was a really good concert. However, I had a really good time, and I will say I will give it a 10 out of 10. But here's the thing for me that threw me. I'm not big. I'm very squeamish when it comes to dirt, when it comes to filthiness, when it comes to trash, pretty much anything that I'm a little bit roxy, and I'm set in my ways when it comes to the type of place I want to stay in, restaurants that I want to eat in, cars. I'm not an Uber girl. I'm not a Lyft girl. I would rather get a rental car and drive and, do my own thing. But this time around, I was taking one for the team and I was trying to do something different. But here's what I could say. The worst thing about the trip to me was the Ubers. It was the Lyfts. We had some that were clean. It was nice. And they, took their business, because you're working a business, professionally, and it felt nice. But the other ones that didn't, baby, when I tell you I wasn't, dirty cars, bumpers hanging off, driving crazy, no rear view mirror, all of that, it was not for me. Let's just say, if I had to base it on with the Ubers, as we call them, with the Ubers and the Lyfts, they would drop down to a 7 because of that. I'm gonna just be honest, 7 out of 10. So here's what I learned. 2 things that I learned. If I'm gonna take Ubers or Lyfts when I'm on vacation, they're gonna have to be Uber Black, because they need to be clean. They need to be professional. If I'm spending my money on it, I don't care if it's $7 or $8. I don't care if it's $3. I don't want to climb in somebody else's dirt. I don't want to drive in a car that doesn't look like you should be driving it. And do you have a driver's license? I was questioning. However, minus all of that, I had a really good time from beginning to end. The flight was smooth. The process through the airports there and back was smooth. Getting the rides was smooth. The concert was really, really good from beginning to end. They had a really great lineup. The energy was lit from the time it started to it ended. However, auntie, hear me. When I'm traveling and I'm up at like 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm gonna need a nap if we gonna go the whole day without rest. Because about 10:45, pushing through the concert, I was about done. I had to sit down for a second. By the time B2K and Omarion came, who I went for, I was tired and I was about ready to hang it up. But we pushed through. The concert in probably about 11. We went out to eat 11:30 actually. We went out to eat afterwards to a place that wasn't really, my cup of tea because it was a lot of like fried food. I did chicken and waffles. I ate some of it, but I feel like it could have been better, honestly. And then we got home about 2 in the morning, probably went to bed about 3 in the morning. We got up about 9 the next day, had breakfast at the hotel, worked out in the gym, which was decent. Then we relaxed for a moment, got something a little. Actually, we didn't get anything to eat. We went straight to the spa. Spa was amazing. I'll let you know and show you guys some photos, not of us because we couldn't have cameras inside, but just a review of what I thought of the spa. It was an experience. Then we went to the spa, got home, went out to eat, showered, did all that great stuff, hung out with my husband's mom and sister for a couple hours, went to a bar, had a drink, and then went back to the hotel. Me and my husband hung out. Actually, we kind of crashed right away. We got up. So we literally did 48 hours in Chicago. And it was actually fun. I'm going to pop up some pictures, a couple videos from the concert. And overall, had a really good time. And I could do 48-hour trips more. I definitely can. So my hair is out, as you can see. And it's a little bit crazy because when we went to the Ancient Bath Spa, there was a area where you had to swim under the water, like under this window thing, in order to get outside, and my hair got wet. Plus I had to wash it when I got home. I put it in a couple braids so it could be a little bit crinkly, but it didn't turn out because it was still half wet. I've been trying not to pull my hair because I've been wearing it in buns a lot lately, and I noticed my edges aren't edging. So I'm getting ready to order some oil. If you guys know about this oil, let me know if it actually works. It's from Baskin Lathers, I think it's called. And it's supposed to help grow, your hair back in. So I'm going to order this oil, but I'm thinking about doing my hair, and I want to do some knotless crochets in. So I'm going to keep my natural locks out. I have micro locks. I'm thinking about just doing where I get the crochets that already has like the hoop piece at the end, and I'm going to just tie it to the ends of my lock and then put through my hair. I know it's a process, so I haven't decided fully if I want to do it yet. But with summer being around the corner, I just don't want to have to worry about my hair. I don't want to worry about having to pull it up and put it in ponytails every day. I really just want it free and to rest. My niece sent me some hair that she just got. It was really, really cute. I don't know if I'm going to do it. Actually, I know I'm going to do it. I just have to decide when I'm going to do it, what type of hair I want, how long I want it. Originally, when I did my hair the first time, I did it with like regular braiding hair, so it took me a lot longer. It was a synthetic, so it wasn't a real like human hair. It was synthetic. Took me a lot longer. I wore it long, probably like 14 inches. And then as it started to get older, I just cut it and wore it in shorter hairstyles. I plan on doing the same thing with this hair. So I think I'm going to start with it longer, even though I haven't had really long hair in a while. I think I'm going to start with it longer and then just do exactly what I did. And I think I left that hair in for about 6 or 7 months, where I just washed it and took care of it and retwisted it. Like I retwisted it with my locks and everything. And I think I want to do that again for this summer. So I just don't have to worry about my hair, and I could just get up and go. And it's going to be easy with the gym and with teaching classes and stuff like that. So if I do decide to do that, I'm going to record a video and take you guys through the process of what that looks like. Or if I decide to go with it, we'll see. So I did a thing. I got my matcha. I got the strawberry. I ordered this without telling them I wanted oat milk. So I believe this is 2% milk in this thing, which I'm not like lactose or anything. However, I don't drink milk, regular milk at all. I've done it from time to time. Here we go. Anywho, I came from the bank. I picked up my breakfast. I went to the separate bank. I had to go pay some stuff. Now I'm headed to my mom's. I really need to figure out my plan for this week. So coming back from out of town, I've made sure I was, for the most part, sticking with my workout, being out of town. I need to get back to it. I worked out this morning in my class, and I get back to my original gym routine on Tuesday, which is tomorrow. In the process of this, I know that my recording days are going to be Tuesday and Wednesday for YouTube. I need to get some grounding on what I'm doing next with pushing into really growing my YouTube channel, growing my social medias. I'm going to start working on selling on TikTok, but I am just, really trying to figure out, or I really just need to take time to get back into my journaling, to get back into my morning pages, to see what is the next step with my career, with pushing more so getting more clients. I'm pushing into some personal training clients. I also want to pick up a few more life coaching clients. So we're going to see what that looks like for the week. I'm going to go sit down for the next 2 to 3 hours and plan what my goal is for the end of April, pushing into May, pushing into June. My husband's birthday is in May. So my husband's birthday is next month. I need to figure out if he's got something that he wants to do, or if I'm going to plan something for him. And then my birthday's in June. I'll be 40 this year, so I'm trying to decide what I want to do. Originally, I was supposed to do a EP or album release. I don't know, by the way that I've been going, if I'm going to still do that. So that's something I have to decide within the next couple of days, because I need to get a venue. I need to send out my guest list or invitations, and I actually still need to record stuff. So I really need to crack down in the next couple of days to decide what I want to do, as well as go in and finish my fourth book to my series, because the plan was to get that released by June. I got a lot of work to do the next couple weeks. So y'all bear with me. I'm cranking out these videos. I'm making sure that I stay consistent with posting on YouTube every single day until I grow my following, until I am in a place where I am consistent with doing so.